Right now, the back-to-school season is officially here. We take a look at new facilities at MMSD.
Also, we're gearing up for Badger Game Day, how the Madison Police Department is preparing for the first game with alcohol sales.
And this Labor Day weekend is expected to have a record-breaking number of people hitting the roads and skies. The numbers and travel tips to beat the crowds.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, after years of construction, Madison's high schools now have some new facilities.
Our Ellie LaLiberte spent the day following the school board to tour those new updates.
I'm standing in front of Madison West High School right now, but it's only one of 4 that has seen some major upgrades come this fall, and that's because of a 2020 referendum.
Some of the updates at all MMSD high schools include reconfigured spaces to improve accessibility and ADA compliance, added welcome centers, updated learning environments, and updated restrooms and locker rooms. I spoke with a La Follette educator who says the change doesn't stop here.
I mean, we took care of the inside of the building and the outside of the building. Now it's time to take care of the staff. To be able to pay staff, teachers, counselors, custodians, whatever, more money and on an appropriate level so that they can perform at the highest level. It's time to reward our staff.
MMSD has another referendum on the ballot for this November.
Multiple speakers throughout this event asked attendees to turn out to vote in November. Reporting in Madison, Ellie LaLiberte, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. Tonight at 10, you can hear directly from students, parents, and community members on the school upgrades.
A new Marquette University poll shows Americans are divided in terms of satisfaction with their local public schools. 49% of Americans reported they were satisfied with their community's public school, while 44% said they were dissatisfied. When it comes to politics, the numbers are somewhat different, where Democrats are 63% satisfied compared to Republicans, who are 42% satisfied. Republicans report 25% dissatisfaction. There we go. To Democrats, 10%.
It's a long word. It's a Friday.
Dissatisfaction. Oh my gosh. All right.
Let's get a look at your first one forecast. That's a word we can say with meteorologist Blaze Keller. How you feeling, Blaze?
I hope you're not dissatisfied or have any dissatisfaction with the weather this afternoon. We had some showers and thunderstorms this morning. They began overnight, brought some very beneficial rain to southern parts of Wisconsin. Again, we really haven't seen any rain over 1/10 of an inch in nearly 2 weeks. So some of us picking up over 1/2 an inch, over an inch, even over 2 inches of rain in far western parts of our forecast area. So those were just some of the reports. But if we look at kind of the bigger picture here, folks in parts of Vernon County, Richland, Grant, Crawford, even into parts of Iowa, Lafayette, really picking up those higher amounts of rain, which is some good news because dry conditions have started to pop up here across southern Wisconsin, not only through the drought monitor, but if you looked outside, you know, the grass is kind of getting a little straw-like, kind of losing that green. So this is going to be some great added moisture back into the soil. Tonight, as we're looking to end your work week, mid-50s to low 60s with clear to mostly clear conditions. And if you're going to be headed out to the Badger game, it's going to be a perfect night to do so. We're going to track out what lies ahead for your Labor Day weekend and beyond that coming up in just a few minutes.
Blaze, thank you. What a segue. Right now, Wisconsin fans are tailgating and getting ready for their first game of the football season.
Our Tanisha Shaw is live at Union South, where a tailgate is set to kick off in just a few minutes now.
Hey, so I am on the move. I am not at Union South anymore. Now I am on Regent Street, but there is red and white everywhere. You can see the Wisconsin pride through the streets. There's a lot of traffic as people are on their way to Camp Randall. Now, kickoff for tonight's game is at 8 p.m. and as fans prepare to head out there are a lot of major changes. So this year, you will see more temporary restrooms. This gives fans more time to be in the stadium watching Wisconsin play. This year, there will also be the field will be leveled and heated. Now, this is a big one. There will be alcohol sold at Camp Randall this year for the very first time. We're talking beers, seltzers, and wine. Now, earlier today, I did get to speak with Madison Police on how they plan to keep everyone safe today.
If you head out in a group, make sure you stay with your group. Before you head out, designate a designated driver so someone can get you there to and from safely. Other things I want people to remember, if you are out enjoying like game day and tailgating, be sure to consume responsibly. I remind everyone that there is a City of Madison ordinance that does ban alcohol on public property within the City of Madison.
Yes, now doors open at 6:30 at Camp Randall. So if you want to head out, 6:30 is the earliest you can do so. I actually have some fans here who are headed out pretty soon, and you girls told me that you have something that you would like to say. Go Badgers! Back to you in studio.
Nasia, go Badgers is right. Well, switching gears now, Janesville police say they arrested a man last night who they say shot and damaged a door at Craig High School. Police say an exterior door was damaged around noon on Sunday. A 24-year-old Janesville man was arrested following an investigation. The man faces charges of criminal damages to property, possessing a firearm in a school zone, and discharging a firearm in a school zone. Police say there is no known threat to the school or broader community. The investigation, though, is still ongoing.
A Milwaukee man has pleaded guilty to multiple charges in the death of his 12-year-old son. And according to authorities, Jakari Robinson's decomposing body was found at home last October amid filthy, squalid conditions.
The boy was extremely malnourished. Yesterday, the father pleaded guilty to charges including first-degree reckless homicide and chronic neglect of a child. Megan Lee reports.
As 45-year-old Ramon Moy walked into his final court date, I saw family of 12-year-old Jakari Robinson wiping tears from their faces.
When I read Jakari's autopsy, I could not believe it.
Jakari's mom, Yolande Robinson, who didn't want her face shown, can't believe how bad her baby suffered.
I don't understand this at all. It's unconscionable.
Many people, including Judge Laura Cruvello, still can't wrap their head around what happened on October 10th of 2023.
My 30 years, the most vicious and aggravated thing I've ever seen.
And that's why Judge Cruvello sentenced Moy to over 47 years in prison.
You are the highest level of dangerousness.
He pleaded guilty to 3 different counts in court today, while 2 others were dropped. Moy's attorney read a letter on his behalf.
By what I did to my youngest son was not my best at all. And it really hurts me that I could do something like that to my son.
Details the prosecutor shared today were nothing short of disturbing.
He was confined to a living room by his own father, a person who's supposed to love him, care for him, raise him, keep him safe, provide for him, slowly tortured him and killed him.
Investigators say Moy admitted that Jakari died on October 3rd. His older brother found the gruesome discovery of his decaying, malnourished body 7 days later.
A sight that not only haunts the brother, but quite frankly, it haunts members of the Milwaukee Police Department that I met with, who went into that house, who observed this.
While Moy had his attorney read a letter to the family, Judge Cruvello still couldn't understand the horrific crime.
What you did destroyed them.
The family can try to move forward now that Moy will spend nearly a life sentence behind bars.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office says that 4 vehicles crashed in the township of Potosi yesterday, causing several injuries. It all happened on Highway 133 near Dogtail Road around 5:20 in the evening. Deputies say a vehicle crossed into oncoming traffic, striking 3 vehicles. The driver was reaching for items for her 1-year-old daughter, who was also in the vehicle when she veered across the center line. The initial car ended up crashing into the 3 vehicles, then a concrete barrier. The driver had to be extracted from the car. Her 1-year-old daughter was not injured. Some involved in the crash were taken to the local hospital.
Madison police say that a woman in Shorewood Hills was approached by a man, had her wallet stolen, and was charged $10,000 to her accounts. Officers say the woman was approached after leaving a Whole Foods by this man asking where the nearest emergency room was. That was when an accomplice allegedly stole her wallet, then traveled to several stores charging over $10,000 to her accounts. Madison police are looking for this man in this picture. Madison Area Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for a tip leading to this person's arrest. Well, AAA is expecting a busier than usual travel weekend this year. The number of travelers looks like it will jump 9% from last year. This jump is not uncommon, though. Rates of people increasing travel go up every year, barring major events like recession or COVID. If you're planning on taking off today to your destination, AAA recommends waiting until about 7 this evening to beat most of the crowd. AAA Director of Public Affairs Nick Jarvis says they anticipate helping with a lot of calls the next 3 days.
Our projection is that we'll probably get about 300,000 roadside assistance calls across the country throughout the weekend, and we're going to be working hard to get those people back on the road or towed to a repair shop if they need to as quickly as possible.
Jarvis wanted to recommend drivers to move over or slow down when you see crews working or a car with their flashing lights on. He added that the AAA Tow to Go program is activated to ensure drivers can get their vehicles towed home if they're unable to drive sober due to alcohol or some other impairment. And coming up, sleeping in on the weekends could be good for your heart health. I'd like to hear that.
Great news. And both presidential candidates firm up their positions on key issues.
On Wall Street, things are looking green. The Dow Jones up 228 points, NASDAQ up 197, and the S&P 500 is up 56.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Energizer batteries provide long-lasting, reliable power that you can depend on. Save big on our huge in-stock selection. Get an 11% rebate on all Energizer batteries. Need cleaning supplies? Stock up and save big on top brands like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Right now, receive $10 instant savings on a single qualifying purchase of $40 or more on Procter & Gamble products.
Save big money at Menards.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
I thought I was sleeping okay, but I was waking up so tired. Then I tried new ZzzQuil Sleep Nasal Strips. Their 4-point lift design opens my nose for maximum airflow, so I breathe better.
And we both sleep better and stay married.
Better days start with ZzzQuil Nights.
I will make it a top priority to bring down costs for all Americans.
Her plan? She'll take on big oil and drug companies who rip us off, penalize big corporations who price gouge us on food and gas, and make billionaires pay their fair share.
Donald Trump fights for billionaires and large corporations. I will fight to give money back to working and middle-class Americans.
LCB Victory Fund and FF PAC are responsible for the content of this ad.
It's Hy-Vee's Labor Day Grill Out Sale this Friday through Monday. Fresh ground beef, just $2.99 a pound. Mouth-watering New York strips, just $5.88. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $3.48. Party-size Frito-Lay snacks, queso or salsa, just $3.98. Juicy, whole, seedless watermelon, just $2.99 each. And Hy-Vee hamburger or hot dog buns, just $1. Save in-store and online. Friday through Monday, only at Hy-Vee.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less. That's ironic. Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. And I'm already late.
3 for the people.
We should all be able to control our own reproductive lives.
I'm tackling the topic of women's reproductive rights and letting you know exactly where the candidates stand on this pivotal issue to help you cast an informed vote on Election Day, Tuesday at 6.
You have a consumer issue and you keep getting the runaround. Need help?
It's call for action to help me. Nobody else did.
Contact our team by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for action only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, 66 days from the presidential election, and both the Harris and Trump campaigns are still trying to clarify their positions on some key issues that could play a big part in the race to the White House.
Reporter Michael Yoshida is live in Washington with a look at what they're saying and how the campaigns are working to appeal to voters in what's expected to be a close election.
My values have not changed.
In her first sit-down interview since becoming the Democratic presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris defending her changing policy positions, including flip-flopping on fracking, which could play a role in how voters cast ballots in the battleground state of Pennsylvania, where fracking is a huge employer. In 2019, while running for president, Harris said,
"There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking."
But Harris says that changed in 2020 when she joined the Biden ticket as VP. Adding Thursday, she now believes a clean energy economy can grow without eliminating the practice.
As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
On border security, Harris addressing another reversal from 2019 when she supported decriminalizing illegal border crossings.
We have laws, that have to be followed and enforced.
Meanwhile, the Trump campaign adding to widespread confusion over its stance on abortion and reproductive rights. Over the years, Trump has gone from saying he's pro-choice to taking pride in helping overturn Roe v. Wade and saying that states should decide abortion limits. But this week, Trump refused to give a straight answer on how he'll vote on a ballot initiative that would overturn a 6-week abortion ban in Florida.
Well, I think the 6 week is too short. It has to be more time, and so and I've told them that I want more weeks.
He's been very consistent in that. He says he doesn't like just 6 weeks. He obviously doesn't like late-term abortion. I think like a lot of Americans, the president is sort of somewhere else on this issue.
In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Democratic Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz will be campaigning in Milwaukee on Labor Day, and on Thursday, President Joe Biden makes his first campaign stop in southwest Wisconsin since dropping out of the race.
Well, Armand, I have good news for you. New research shows catching up on sleep on the weekend is actually good for you.
I'm way ahead of them.
Sleeping in on the weekend could amount to a 19% lower risk in developing heart disease. This is based on research observing 91,000 people in the United Kingdom. They were divided into two groups, those who did and those who did not hit the snooze button on the weekends. Researchers say that the findings did not change between genders. A medical expert not involved in the study say that it is somewhat limited, though, because they only observed it for people in the UK, so maybe not Americans sleeping in. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know, but I don't hit the snooze button anyways, so on the week, so I think I'm covered. Let's go look meanwhile at someone who's not sleeping on his work. Meteorologist Blaze Keller with a look at your Badger game day forecast, please.
And it is going to be a beautiful evening as the Badgers take on the Broncos, West Michigan Broncos, and kickoff here at 8 o'clock. We're expecting really nothing but clear skies, maybe just a few lingering clouds, but as we go throughout the rest of your holiday weekend into your Labor Day, we're only going to sit underneath this comfortable air, and we're actually going to cool on down as we head into your Labor Day. We're looking at 74 degrees for high temperature, breaking it down kind of into the morning, afternoon, and evening, starting out in those 50s. By afternoon, we're into those upper 60s to low 70s on your Labor Day, ending the day right around 74 degrees, which is actually pretty seasonal for your average Labor Day through all the years in the Madison area. The average high temperature for Labor Day is 75 degrees. We'll be about a degree shy of that, but we're nowhere near what it was like in 1874 and 1959 at 94 degrees, and certainly not as cold as it was only 58 degrees for high temperature back in 1914. We got another Canadian high pressure system moving on in behind this kind of weaker one that's actually going to stay well off to our south, but it is going to put in the work and help clear out the remaining clouds as we head overnight into your Saturday afternoon warm. We're going to sit underneath plenty of sunshine, and then we're going to start to cool on down as that stronger Canadian high pressure system moves on in. It's going to keep that rain chance well off to our north and east, but because it's going to be bringing down that cooler air, we are going to be a little bit breezy there as we go into your Sunday. We have to move in that drier, more cooler air mass, even compared to Saturday into Sunday, and then further into your Labor Day. That high pressure system, it's center sitting overhead, which means clear skies, as you're seeing right here, and light winds. The two characteristics that we normally see with high pressure systems. Watch as that cooler air dips down with that incoming Canadian high, marked by these yellows and even those greens. This is that stronger high pressure system. On the backside of it, we'll tap into a little bit of heat as we go into the middle parts of next week. But then back behind that, another blast of cooler air brought down by yet again another Canadian high pressure system. And you can see it kind of coincides with the forecast from the 5th through the 9th of September. We got about a 50 to 60% chance of sitting underneath that cooler air mass, that more fall-like air. Upper 50s to low 60s tonight, clear to mostly clear conditions for your Saturday, back into those low 80s, maybe a little bit more cloud cover, Baraboo north into more of central and northern parts of the state. So if you're going to be heading north this weekend, you're going to be running into a little bit more cloud cover, but overall it is going to be a gorgeous couple of days here as we look to end your work week, go into the weekend, and then start off. That would be September. So maybe some storms there as we warm up into the middle of next week, but it does look like there's that cool down. We're back into those low 70s to round out next week and go into that following weekend. Let's quickly take a look at traffic here as we're beginning to start off our Labor Day weekend. We are continuing to see slowdown spots along the Beltline, but we don't have any accidents south into Janesville or north into the Dells.
And when we return to News 3 Now at 5, we take a look at a university class that has built a rescue vehicle from the ground up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. I was 27 years old, and the doctor told me I have MS. You quickly realize what's the most important things in life: family, friendships, love, helping other people. It makes you much more empathetic and compassionate to those that are struggling and suffering. I wanted to achieve my goals and dreams, but I wanted to take my resources and save as many children as I possibly could.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Labor Day. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Drive into summer with a new Honda. Heading out for a day at the beach or a weekend in the mountains. Make an impression with the unmistakable style of the HR-V, or turn heads in the sporty Civic. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
Old windows? Compromise your home's comfort. Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. They warp and crack, becoming vulnerable to the elements. At Next Door and Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last up to 50 years, longer than any other window you can buy. And while other companies cut corners and never call you back, we've got your back. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Clemson University students are finding new ways to help victims of natural disasters through engineering. I spit that out eventually.
Yeah, there we go. Ariana Meadows was there as the new semi-automatic off-road rescue vehicle was unveiled. Wow.
Deep Orange 15 is the 15th generation rescue vehicle created by graduate students in Clemson University's prototype education program.
I mean, it was crazy. So we started from scratch, from the ground up. So we had to come up with, what we see behind us. It was like a blank slate.
For 2 years, automotive engineering students researched and built this semi-automatic rescue vehicle.
The students not only have to do the math and the science, but they also have to put their hands on things and make things. And we emphasize the safety first and foremost, but then the educational benefit of that process.
We're told Deep Orange 15 has the ability to travel on any terrain, assisting military and rescue group first responders with disastrous situations. Engineers say rescuers can program a route from point A to point B.
And from point B to point A, the vehicle drives back by itself, and the co-driver and the driver actually acts like a medic for the patient. So the vehicle is driving back by itself, and the two soldiers are taking care of the patient that injured.
This is made possible with its advanced navigation system in the front and its 360-degree rotation passenger seat. Now that Deep Orange 15 is complete, engineers say the vehicle will become a research property where research can be continued to find more ways to potentially save lives.
And yeah, this is what we came up with. So it was like a purely educational process. We got to learn a lot along the way. We got to make mistakes along the way and learn from them. So yeah, it was crazy, I would say. Possibly one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Mechanical parts of Deep Orange 15 will be sent off in a few weeks to researchers at Clemson's Virtual Prototyping Center.
We'll get a final check of your first warned forecast right when we return.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, the record number of travelers this holiday weekend, with millions taking flight and hitting the roads, with lower airfare and gas prices fueling the surge. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Oh boy, get a look at this one, Blaze. In Michigan, a forestry control technician was taking part in a controlled burn earlier today when he caught this unique sight. Yes, he caught this fire-nado on camera.
Ask Blaze how something like this happens.
You know what's so funny is I actually did ask Blaze already. We went and saw Twisters together, and we had a long conversation about this.
Yes, but I'll try to sum it up very quickly. There's a little bit of rotation always in the atmosphere, and when you get hot temperatures like around a wildfire, it all kind of gets twisted up into the atmosphere. It sucks up that smoke, and there's a little fire-nado.
But no flames like in Twisters.
No,
that was
thank
a little
goodness.
Dramatic.
That was a lot.
Not yet.
Not yet. I will work very hard to get an actual fire-nado going. In the meantime, let's take a look at the Badgers football forecast as they take on the Western Michigan Broncos. If you haven't moved on out there quite yet, you still got a little bit of time left before kickoff. That is at 8 o'clock tonight, 71 degrees. It's going to be a great game tonight. A great Labor Day weekend. 80s tomorrow, mid-70s Sunday, low 70s on Monday.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tonight after CBS Evening News.